I should grab everything we need before Senor Navarro finishes preparing for the hike. I don't need this, but the shovel should be around here somewhere. My tool belt must be around here somewhere. The bag of soil isn't on the table. Could it be somewhere around it? Better put all the tools into the wheelbarrow. All done. Senor Navarro, all done. Senor Navarro should be here at any moment.
Regrettably, Q, the rain doesn't appear to be stopping anytime soon.
Actually, senor, the storm will soon pass. We just need a little patience.
What makes you so certain?
The clouds are gradually shifting. The westerly wind will bring in some lighter clouds before long.
You might be onto something.
It won't be much longer now.
Very well. We'll wait.
Senor, if the Miraculus blooms, what do you intend to do with it?
Once we've procured the medicine, it will need to be tested and approved by the government. Then we'll distribute it to people in need all around the world.
If only Camilla had had access to the Miraculous back then.
You seem upset, Q. Is everything all right?
Forgive me. I just remembered a friend. Someone the Miraculous flower could have saved.
Were they close to your heart?
Si, someone very dear. It's been a while since I've delved into those bittersweet memories. Life in Venezuela was certainly not a walk in the park, but it had its moments of joy.
If you feel like sharing, I'd love to hear more about it.
Sure, senor. We do have some time to kill after all. My roots trace back to a small village, a place of unmatched beauty. That's where I spent most of my early life.
Oh, I'd assumed you'd always lived in the city where we met. What made you leave your village?
Nature, as beautiful as it is, can also be unrelentingly brutal. A hurricane swept through and laid waste to our entire village. We were left with no choice but to gather what remained of our belongings and leave. I was just 8 when we started the new life in the city.
Such a big change at a young age. Adjusting to city life must have been tough.
The city was a stark contrast to our village, senor. We had no land for growing food, and not enough money to buy it either. Not to mention all the people and buildings. It was suffocating.
Sounds like a real culture shock.
It was quite an adjustment for me, but my parents managed better. My mother started a flower shop in our modest home, and my father found employment as an expert on flora. As soon as I was of age, I followed in my father's footsteps.
And how are your parents doing now, by the way?
The generous pay you offer me greatly contributes to their well-being.
I'm glad they're doing fine, Q. But your pay isn't me being generous. It's a recognition of your worth.
That's kind of you to say, senor. Still, I never fully understood why you chose me for the position at... The job here, of course.
The island needed someone with a deep love of nature to look after it. During your time at Navarro Labs, I saw that affection for nature, combined with a deep understanding and attentiveness. I'm not sure if the folks at Navarro Labs ever told you how valuable your help truly was.
I wasn't aware that my work had had such an impact.
Of course it did, because passionate people like you can transform the world around them. And I strive to keep such people close. Joaquin Diaz, your astonishing professional competence and personal qualities are why you're here. Don't ever forget that.
Thank you, senor.
I also have no doubt you'll do your best to tend to the Miraculous.
I'll give it my all. I only hope that if the Miraculous flowers, its medicine will reach everyone who needs it. Especially those residing in the secluded parts of Venezuela.
Are you talking about those dreadful disease outbreaks?
Yes. Too many lives have been claimed already.
The friend you spoke of earlier, were they one of the victims? You're under no obligation to share. But I have personally experienced how bottled-up grief can erode you from the inside. A conversation can sometimes lighten the weight on your shoulders.
I miss her.
What was her name?
Camilla.
Seems like the rain is subsiding.
Then it's time to go, senor.
Agreed. But once we're done replanting the Miraculous, I'd be honored to hear more about Camilla. Now, lead the way, Q.